We're back in session on The Real Story. Donald Trump standing by his campaign manager, Corey Lewandowski, after police in Jupiter, Florida charged him with simple battery for allegedly grabbing the arm of a reporter after a news conference that happened earlier this month. Former prosecutor Arthur Aidala is a defense attorney and president of the Brooklyn Bar Association. Keith Sullivan is a criminal defense attorney. Okay, Keith, imagine that you are representing Corey Lewandowski in this. What do you do?
First thing I'd say to the prosecutor, give me a break, get a life. This is an absolute joke of a prosecution. How's that for deep legal analysis? I mean, really, this is just such a sophomoric, ridiculous prosecution.
Why?
Artie's going to lay it out. Under the letter of the law, technically, did he violate it? Yes. But please, he had the ability to exercise prosecutorial discretion, and he lacked the courage to do so. What she stated happened doesn't match up with the video that we know of. And she was in a, you have to look at things in the context, right? I come into Fox today, Artie gives me a big man bear hug. He's touched me. Does that mean I'm going to sue him? Does that mean I'm going to call the police? I tapped him here. It's the context of the political atmosphere. Everyone's jostling, they're running down, and she's in an area where they've asked her not to be.
Okay, so she's been, she showed bruises to the police that she says she received. I know as a defense attorney you'd probably say, well, how do we know she actually received them from that incident? People are saying she changed her story, that initially she said she was thrown to the ground, and that now they're arguing that that may not be the case. You say what?
Right. So, Keith and I actually in the real world kind of wear the same hat defending people. The worst type of evidence we ever go up against is a video. And here there's a video. And what it clearly shows, Gretchen, is that her inertia is altered by his actions. She's heading in one direction, he touches her, and she goes somewhere else in kind of an abrupt manner. So that's the first piece of evidence the prosecutor has. The second piece of evidence is the bruise. The bruise is consistent with the location of where you see him reach, and I would say that that's what gives the prosecution some credibility, is that there was enough force there that was used. And the third thing is, you're not really supposed to touch another person, and I'll be like the big male chauvinist pig. It's a woman. A guy should not be tackling a woman. I don't care. I'll get in trouble for saying that, but that's a prosecutor takes that into account as well.
Okay, and I wish that they wouldn't, because I wish that it would be for male and female together. But let me ask you this. Are they prosecuting it because we're talking about Donald Trump and he's running for president?
That's the only reason we're prosecuting this. And you know what? The people of that area, Jupiter, Stewart, Florida, they deserve better than this. That prosecutor should have used discretion. It's disgraceful.
Well,
as far as the bruising, she reports it 3 days later.
Keith, let me ask you.
And Artie's right about the inertia. You don't see him grab her, but it's clear her body is pulled back. Common sense dictates
the DA's office, you're in the complaint room, and a police officer comes in and says, look, there's a woman here who says this individual grabbed her. She's got a bruise on her arm, and she wants to file charges. You're going to write that case up. I mean, you're going to write it up,
but I don't have a problem with it being written up.
There's an eyewitness who has said that it happened from the Washington Post. There's audio of the altercation where she says, oh my gosh, did you see what just happened to me? So it's in the moment. And now you have these, a couple different pieces of videotape. And you have tweets. Do the tweets matter? Where Lewandowski says, she's delusional, I never had any contact with her.
If judges, in today's day and age, at least in the state of New York, judges are leaning towards allowing them to come in, or at least allowing someone. Did you write this? Did you put this on your Facebook page? Did you put this on your tweet? So Donald Trump's tweet wouldn't come in unless he's on the witness stand. But look, this case isn't going to trial. Keith and I can both agree that this is, I just touched him. I touched him twice. But it's a wanted touching, not an unwanted touching. And that's really the key word. That's what's in the statute. Is it an unwanted touching? And clearly here it was an unwanted touching. So do I think this case would be prosecuted if it wasn't in the limelight? Only if she wanted it to be.
Okay, well, is he going to plead no contest? He's going to plead not guilty? What should he do?
If Donald Trump has his way, he'll plead not guilty. He'll go to trial. He'll torture this woman through a civil suit or whatever it may be. I mean, he just wants to drag it out. It's good for Trump. It keeps him in the news cycle.
As a defense attorney, though, here, again, let's say we're wearing the same hats as defense attorney. We don't have a good case.
No,
I mean, you have the video, you have the audio, you have the eyewitness.
You have to look at the context.
We'll have to see how it plays out.
It'll be interesting.
Very interesting debate. Thanks, guys.